Hey, what's up everybody? It's Doug at Peal.audio, and today I wanted to discuss with you a framework that I think will really help you launch programs on Peal.audio that your community will love. And in particular, I think that if you follow the framework that I'm discussing today, that people will love your programs because they will actually use their programs. Because you can have the world's best program, but if no one uses it, then I think that is a shame. And so this framework here, called the Fogg Behavior Model, was put together by a researcher out at Stanford University named B.J. Fogg. And I was introduced to it a couple decades ago, and I found it very successful and useful in my work, and I think it'll be useful to you all as you're launching programs on Peal.audio. Because I get this question a lot: what makes for a successful program on Peak? And I think there's a few different factors that go into that, and I think the Fogg behavior model explains it well. So what are we looking at here in this B equals map? It seems very esoteric and weird, but it's really quite easy to understand. So we have the B, that's going to be the behavior change. In our case, the behavior change that we want is we want people to listen to your programs. They purchased your program, now we want to change their behavior and have them actually use the program. So that's the end result, right? We want people to use these programs. Pretty straightforward. So how do we actually get people to use your programs? Well, the Fogg model says that there are three factors that go into this. The first factor is motivation. When people buy your programs, they are highly motivated. They just made a purchase, they've committed, they're all in. Day one, they're like, rah, rah, let's go get it. However, over time, motivation will naturally fall. And so what this model suggests is that you have to account for that. But motivation is a huge factor that comes into play. So motivation starts high, then it goes lower. So in the beginning, it is easy to get behavior change because there's high motivation. And the way this works is anytime a user goes to try to use an app or thinks about it or thinks about using your program, then they will fall somewhere on this chart. And so prompts over here, so that means anytime they think about it, okay, it's in the morning, they're thinking about using your program. If they fall on this side, then that's successful. If they fall on this side, this is a fail, right? So they think about it, and if they don't do it, then it's considered over here, it's a fail. If they do it, it's over here on the prompt side, and it's successful. So motivation starts high, it's easier to get wins. Motivation goes low, it's much harder to get wins. And so that is very important because it leads into the second factor, which is ability. And so the ability goes from very hard to do to very easy to do. And so ideally, because you want to end up on this side of the action line, you want things that are easy to do, right? So we want things to be easy to do. And factors that will go into that are how easy is the Peak app to use? You know, that's something that I'm very concerned about, and we spend a lot of time on the Peak side worrying about that. But from your side, that's going to be how do you make programs that are very easy to understand and then also offer a variety of ways to use them. So for instance, one big recommendation I have is if you have a beginner program, try to make that program, the intro episodes, 10 minutes long, not 2 hours long. Why? Because it's a lot easier for people to listen to 10 minutes of something versus 2 hours. So that's going to be the actionable step. And then the last part is prompts. And all prompts means is that there is some thought in their mind, the listener's mind, that they should listen to your program. So this could be naming your program, hey, this is the morning meditation program. That way, when someone wakes up, they think, okay, hey, it's morning, I should listen to my program. So that's all a prompt is. It's a simple example. Other prompts will be push notifications that come from the Peal.audio app that we're currently building in. Another way of doing this is in the community aspect. If you have people in your Discord channel, then you can prompt them, hey, did you listen to your daily meditation, right? So that's all the framework consists of. You have a behavior you're trying to change, and then the model says that whenever someone thinks about changing their behavior, then they will fall somewhere on this side of the action line. If they fall here, this is good. These are wins. If they fall here, then this is losses. So, as you're looking to launch your programs on Peal.audio, please keep this framework in mind. Please think of ways, how do you keep people motivated, right? How do you keep them motivated? I think one great way of doing this would be through the community aspect. I think that having high community engagement leads to more motivation because you feel like you're part of a group. Keep your programs easy to use, and try to make them so that they have a nice gradient where people can start with smaller sessions and then lead to longer sessions. And then prompts, think about if you can tie your program into someone's life. Try to think if you can make this something in either the support files in the community. You say, hey, do this program right at night, or do it at the very end of the morning, or sometime in the middle of the day, but try to anchor it to something. So anyways, that is the Fogg behavior model, and I hope it helps, and I look forward to seeing what you all launch on Peal.audio. Bye.